Hey guys, meteorologist Doug Hetty. Want to give you a breakdown of this storm system which is rolling in. First off, I want to mention that we are doing these on YouTube now, and we are going to transition from Facebook Lives, Facebook videos over to YouTube over the next several months. So you want to make sure that you follow the KOAM YouTube. I also have a YouTube page. It's called Meteorologist Doug Hetty. But let's get to the weather. We have winter weather advisories for the entire viewing area due to some moderate wet snow, which is going to roll in as we go through about the next 24 hours. So let's get right to it. Right now, we do have some light little showers. Most of this is not hitting the ground, but a few little sprinkles out there, and this is what we're going to see through the evening hours. But look at the system. You can see the snow up through central parts of Iowa, and then rain, southern Iowa, all the way back down through central Kansas. And then look how snow is kind of trying to build in on the backside of that rain band, and that's what we are going to watch for as we go through the overnight hours for us tonight. All right, let's go through time. Oh, let me mention, I'm off today. I got to go to a wedding here in a couple hours. Nick is going to be running it tonight, so he's going to definitely keep you all updated, especially when we get new data that comes in throughout the evening hours. All right, back to the weather. So here's 10 p.m. Showers starting to pick up, meaning reaching the ground. So especially after 8, 9 p.m., that's when we start getting rain. Now look at the winds. You got a northwest wind in our western counties, and then you see this line here. That is an inverted trough. So warmer air kind of lifts ahead of it. We get the colder air behind it. All right, let's go through time. Here's 1 a.m. Most of the metro still rain, but you can see Pittsburgh starting to switch over to snow, Parsons over to snow, Independence over to snow, Yates Center, Iola. Let's go through time. Here's 4 a.m. Everybody's snow except our western counties at this time, but this is light to moderate, very wet snow, the big flakes across the region. As we go through the overnight hours, the snow will start to taper just a little bit. So this is 8 a.m. and then we'll get the back band that rotates in by the time we head into the afternoon hours. So here's 11:30. Let's go into the early afternoon. 2:30, the band of snow starts sinking off toward the south. And then I think by 5 or 6, most of the snow is going to be out of here. So this is a snow event from after midnight tonight until about 5 p.m. tomorrow, but it's periods of snow, and it's definitely going to be heavier on the Missouri side. All right, before we start talking about amounts here, I want to mention what makes this so tricky is our temperatures are going to be near freezing for the entire event. Also, the ground is very warm. We were in the 60s yesterday. We're in the 50s right now. So that is going to keep amounts down just a little bit. If it comes down at a pretty good clip, we're going to get accumulations on the roadways. But I'm kind of thinking slushy roads. So some slick spots, but it's not going to be like covered like it was last week unless it comes down at a really good clip. All right, I know this is a very odd looking map. Springfield to Branson, we're kind of in the 1 to 2 inch range. And this is because I mentioned back that inverted trough, that warm air kind of rides up toward Kansas City. That's going to cut snowfall amounts back. Most of our counties, southwestern Missouri, northwestern Arkansas, we're going to include Delaware, Ottawa County, Cherokee County, Crawford County, and Bourbon County on the Kansas side, 2 to 4 inches. Now, if you saw my TikTok last night, 2 to 4 inches. It doesn't mean we're going to get 4 inches. It means it should fall somewhere in that line. I'm actually thinking in my head 2 to 3 inches. So I'm really forecasting 2 to 3 inches, but I think there's going to be some areas that have isolated 4-inch amounts. Now, when you get a little bit farther west, so now we're talking Parsons, Iola, over toward just to the west of Miami, toward Welch, 1, maybe upwards to 2 inches. A very sharp cutoff. Once you get into our western counties, Yates Center, Chanute, Fredonia, Neodesha, Independence, Coffeyville, Cherryville, Bartlesville, a dusting, maybe upwards to an inch, but mainly a dusting. So this is what I'm thinking on amounts right now. Of course, Nick is manning the weather station throughout the evening hours. We'll get some new data that comes in at about 8 p.m., so we may have to adjust this just a little bit. But be careful if you are going to be out on the roadways over the weekend. Again, snow really doesn't get going for most of us until after midnight. So if you have some evening plans, things are looking okay, but the rain will start to pick up. All right, guys, we'll keep you updated.